Okay, so this sort of builds on everything that we've done so far. Okay, and first of all, notice the x is on the left hand side, so that makes life easy for us, so we can just work with this. We are dividing by this 5 here, which we're going to have to deal with, but the first thing I would deal with here is this plus 2, yeah? Okay, because it's sort of like on its own. Okay, sort of free and attached, it's on its own there. Let's just take that over first. Let's just deal with that first, because that's easy to deal with, isn't it? And because it's positive 2, when I take it over, it comes negative 2. So keep it as x over 5, right? Don't deal with that for a minute. Take your time. We'll do this in stages, but this plus 2, we can take it over, and you take it over, and you'll have t then, because there's a t there. Keep that in place, and then it becomes a minus 2 when I take it over. Okay. Now we've done that, then I can deal with this 5, right? So deal with this 5 at the end. Okay, because, you know, that's the best way to go about this. As I said, that 2 is on its own, isn't it? So just take it over first. It's easy peasy. Deal with this 5 next. Now, because you're dividing by 5, okay, let's take it over. Okay, and of course, when you take it over, because you're dividing here, when you take it over, you do the opposite. So we're going to multiply. Remember what we did in the last video. When you multiply, you've got to multiply the whole thing by 5. So I could write down 5t minus 10, yeah? Because if I multiply this by 5, I get 5t. If I multiply this by 5, I get minus 10. But the best way, as I said in the last video, is just to use a bracket. Okay? That's the better way there. Okay? Because the bracket means you're timesing by that 5, which is what we want when you take it over. And leave it like that. Okay, there's your answer. You've made x the subject of the formula. Okay, so number 2, very similar. Okay, don't get put off the fact that you've got the number first here, and then you've got the plus x over 2. Take this over first. Okay, take that over, and leave the x over 2 as it is. This 15 is 3 dot, just take him over, and because it's positive 15, yeah, there's no negative in front, so it's positive. When you take it over, it becomes a negative. So you get that. Okay, and then you've got the same situation as before. Take the 2 over, okay, because you're dividing by 2, take it over and multiply. Okay, and there's our answer. Third one then. Now we've got the situation here where the x is on the right hand side, so should we rewrite that, I think? So 3x over 5, take away 2y equals 9. Yeah, so I'm just writing this back to front, so, or right to left, or whichever. So I've written this first, equals to 9 then. And then think about what I've got to do. I've got to get x equals. Okay, I've got to deal with this fraction, haven't I? But let's deal with this minus 2y first. It's on its own. It's 3 on its own there. Let's just take that over. And of course, when I take that over, because it's negative, when I take it over, it becomes a positive. So 3x over 5 equals to 9 plus 2y. Okay. And then I'll deal with this. So let's deal with the fraction. And let's deal with the bottom number first, the 5. So because you're dividing by 5, when I take it over, I've got to multiply. Okay. Multiply by 5, so let's use a bracket. And then let's deal with the 3, because I'm timesing here, take it over, we divide. So you've got to divide the whole thing, right? Because that's how it works when you're balancing each side, okay? So you're taking it over and dividing whole thing by 3, and there's your expression for x. Okay, you've made x the subject of the formula. X is equal to something in terms of y in this case.